So it looks like they're at it again. It was just in August of this year when it came to the public's attention that a veteran had been offered MAID who was seeking help for his PTSD. And literally, we're right here where another veteran is now being offered help to kill themselves because they wanted to try to get a wheelchair ramp to assist them. This is crazy. This is exactly what conservatives were screaming from the rooftops about was going to happen if we allowed this practice in Canada. But let's get through this article and hopefully some of you will let me know what you think in the comments. Paralympian trying to get wheelchair ramp says Veterans Affairs employee offered her assisted dying. A veteran and former Paralympian told a parliamentary committee that a caseworker from the Veterans Affairs Canada offered her medical assistance in dying, a week after the Veterans Affairs Minister confirmed that at least 4 other veterans were offered the same thing. Retired Corporal Christine Gauthier, who has been trying to get a wheelchair ramp installed at her home for the past 5 years, testified on Thursday that a caseworker told her that they could give her assisted dying, even offering to supply the MAID equipment for her. I was completely shocked and in despair, she told CTV's Power Play on Friday. It is remotely just what they're doing, exhausting us to the point of no return. Gauthier said the offer for MAID came during a phone call with a VAC caseworker where she was describing her deteriorating condition. In 1989, Gauthier suffered permanent damage to her knees and spine after jumping in a deep hole while training on an obstacle course. It was getting too much and unbearable. And the person at the VAC mentioned at that point, well, you know that we can assist you with assisted dying now if you'd like. And I was just shocked because I was like, are you serious? Like, that easy? You're going to be helping me to die, but you won't help me to live, she said. Gauthier, who competed in the 2016 Paralympic Games and the 2016 Invictus Games as a para-canoeist, told the committee she sent letters detailing her experiences to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Veterans Affairs Minister Lawrence MacAulay. A spokesperson for MacAulay said Veterans Affairs is taking the issue very seriously, while adding that providing advice on MAID is not a VAC service. Our employees have no role or mandate to recommend or raise it. Considerations for MAID are the subject of discussions between a patient and their primary care providers to determine appropriateness in each individual context. Erica Lashbrook-Knutson, press secretary for MacAulay's office, said in a statement to CTV News on Friday. MacAulay's office also told CTV News Veterans Affairs took actions to ensure this doesn't happen again, such as issuing a directive ordering all employees to not provide advice or suggestions to veterans on the issue of MAID and implementing mandatory training. When asked about Gauthier's experience being offered MAID, Trudeau called it absolutely unacceptable. We are following up with investigations. We are changing protocols to ensure that we should see what should seem obvious to all of us, that this is not a place of Veterans Affairs Canada to offer them medical assistance in dying as a matter of course, he told reporters in Vancouver on Friday. The issue of medical assistance in dying is a deeply personal one. It is deeply difficult for individuals and families to take on at an extraordinary challenging moment in their lives, and something that we have to ensure is gotten right, Trudeau added. Last week, MacAulay testified to a parliamentary committee that the department had found 4 instances of MAID being offered to veterans during an internal investigation that was prompted by reporting from Global News last summer. If any of the veterans in question are watching or listening right now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to endure these appalling interactions, and we are doing everything we can to ensure this never happens again, MacAulay told the committee on November 24th. You know, it's good that he's saying it's appalling that this happened to this veteran. I would actually tell MacAulay that he is appalling for allowing this vile practice in general. Anyways, let's move on. McCauley said that the 4 instances which took place between 2019 and May 2020 were all related to one single employee, and it's not a widespread or systemic issue, and added that the RCMP was also contacted for potential charges. We expect all Veterans Affairs Canada employees to interact with veterans with care, compassion, and respect, and the actions of this one employee is simply disgusting, he said. McCauley's office said Gauthier's experience being offered MAID was not one of the 4 confirmed cases, but is being investigated. We are encouraging the individual or anyone who has experienced a similar situation to reach out to Veteran Affairs Canada or the Office of the Veteran Ombudsman to help with the ongoing investigation, said Lashbrook Knutson. At last week's committee meeting, Conservative MP Blake Richards asked McCauley about a veteran who came forward on the podcast Tango Romeo about being offered MAID in November 2021. McCauley told the committee the story described on the podcast was not one of the 4 confirmed instances, suggesting that there may be more veterans who have been offered MAID. In that case, either something was missed in this investigation or there is another employee involved, and now it's a matter of determining which of those 2 things it is. In either case, that's concerning, Richards said on November 24th. The whole issue with MAID is that we knew as soon as they allowed it into this country that it would be expanded upon and expanded upon until we were killing perfectly healthy people. And to be honest, it hasn't taken that long to devolve. The worst thing about this isn't only a problem in Veterans Affairs. People are being offered MAID all across this country who did not actively seek it out. For example, I have a good friend of mine who has serious medical conditions, and to be honest, it's a bit of a miracle that he's still with us today, and for that I'm thankful. Now, he's been going through a lot of pain as part of his overall medical issues he's dealing with, and he went to see his doctor to, from my understanding, find a way to alleviate the pain better than was being currently done. He told me during that conversation the doctors essentially told him that there is not much more they can do for him, but they could offer him MAID. Now, he was, from my understanding, again, completely shocked with this, as he has no intention of dying, especially not of killing himself. Yet this was offered to him. Maybe one day I'll ask him to come on this channel and have a discussion about his story, if that's something you'd be interested to hear. Let me know in the comments, and if there's enough interest, I'll definitely ask him to join me on this channel and let you hear firsthand right from him how this unfolded. But the point is it's happening in the public. It's happening to our veterans. I'm so scared with them considering mature minors, which is likely going to be added to the MAID list and will likely come into effect, I think, early next year. And I'm so scared about what doctors are going to tell 16 and 17-year-olds suffering from depression from being bullied to do when they go there and say they're having a problem. Are these sick doctors promoting MAID going to be telling these children to end their lives so that they feel better, that their depression will go away when they end their lives? I hope not, but it's really hard to be able to guess where MAID is going to go, other than to know that it's going to get worse and that they're going to keep looking for ways to expand it, as we've already seen. Let me know what you think in the comments about this article, about how MAID is being pushed to the public, how MAID is being pushed to veterans, and let me know if you would like to hear from my friend who was offered MAID unasked. Also, if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.